Hello everybody, and welcome back to another one of Mudflap's movie reviews. My name is Mudflap, and today I will be reviewing Murder on the Orient Express. Murder on the Orient Express was directed by Kenneth Branagh, and it was adapted from the 1934 book, which was written by Agatha Christie. It is also a remake from the 1974 version. This movie stars Kenneth Branagh, Judi Dench, Daisy Ridley, Johnny Depp, Penelope Cruz, Michelle Pfeiffer, and many more. We open the movie on the detective Hercule Poirot, who is portrayed by Kenneth Branagh, and he's out in the Middle East wrapping up a crime, just showing the people there what kind of talents he has as a detective. And of course, he's got an awesome mustache, so he impresses those people. And then how he ends up on the Orient Express is he has a friend who recommended that he take the train. He had to get to London because another crime had been committed. So he was talked to getting on the Orient Express by his good friend Book. And that's when he starts to meet all the characters of this movie. The main character that this movie focuses on is Johnny Depp's character, Mr. Ratchet. I forgot Johnny Depp was in this. I know this movie came out in 2017 and I wanted to see it back when it came out, and I just didn't really get around to it, but I'm doing this review now because the sequel to Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, is coming out next month, starring Gal Gadot and Armie Hammer, and this movie ties into it. For any of you who have not seen it and you are interested in seeing Death on the Nile, I would recommend seeing Murder on the Orient Express first. But if any of you out there are Agatha Christie fans, then you are pretty familiar with who Hercule Poirot is and the classic whodunits that Agatha Christie has written. A lot of the characters are pretty rich and they're all there for a lot of different reasons. They're all traveling to different spots. The train's main trail is through Yugoslavia. Throughout the course of the movie, we get to see more and more of each character, their motives, why they're there, and then we find out more about Johnny Depp's character and why he's so important and why the characters who are all on the train, how it all connects together at the very end. I love a classic whodunit. I always like playing the mind game of who is it, what's the motive. I just really get into movies like this, and this movie was well made. It had a good plot. I mean, it's a typical plot. You know, there are all these suspects, somebody died, and now Detective Hercule Poirot has to figure out who did it, so interviews one at a time, and of course they're all holding back some kind of secret. And at the very end, he makes his deductions on who did it and why they did it. There is some cool camera work done in this movie. So they're each on a train compartment. A lot of cool overhead shots where they're right above the character, and they just follow him from room to room. You got the cameras overhead and aiming down. I just think that was a cool perspective to have. Pros, it was well written. I really liked Kenneth Branagh's portrayal of Hercule Poirot. He did a great job, and there's of course a lot of classic quotes from the book in there, so I think Kenneth does a great job at his portrayal. And each character, they're all unique in their own way. There are a lot of big stars in this movie, so I enjoyed seeing each one of them. Johnny Depp, of course. I'm a huge Johnny Depp fan. He didn't get a whole bunch of screen time, but the time he did have on screen, he nailed it. Cons, kind of predictable, but I didn't really care that it was predictable. I just enjoyed it for the ride and the intrigue and just getting into the whole mindset of figuring out who did it. It's just a fun movie. I'm going to give this movie 7 out of 10 Mudflaps just because I enjoyed it a lot. It didn't bore me at any point, and there was always the suspense and the excitement of what's going to happen next. So, of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. And also, another reminder, Death on the Nile is coming to theaters February 11th, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you next time.